What's up, guys? In today's video, we've got a big one, all right? A bunch of new info has been revealed for Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. I'm talking a brand new monster and a bunch of gameplay screenshots, descriptions, and even early looks at like beta content from the game and beta versions of Mommy Longlegs and other creatures. So this is gonna be a fun video. We're gonna go through it all in today's video, and it's gonna be a wild ride, all right? Now, obviously, Chapter 4 is right around the corner, so if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe right now if you're new, and trust me, you will not regret it, all right? Anyways, though, let's go ahead and get into this. So we're gonna start with the reveal of a brand new character. Now, this is called Pianosaurus Jingle, Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. We have it up on screen right now, and it's a YouTube short, which is kind of interesting. Let's give it a watch. All right, here we go. Ooh. Oh, so they're doing like dancing not included. Hey. What? That's him? Oh. Oh, look at the hand. Wait. Oh, they're going to show him. Oh my, they're going to show him. He's only $20. $19.95. That's not bad. Honestly. Oh my, there he is. Whoa. Oh, that thing is scary. Oh, that thing is so scary. Coming January. Hold on. So, what is it? What is the lyrics for this here? Let's just go ahead and give this a listen. We're going to lower it a little bit. So, he plays just for us. We join the chorus. Okay, so it seems like you hear his piano playing and then it kind of like hypnotizes you maybe and you join in on like the chorus. I don't know. Pianosaurus, so that's a cool name. Playing his scales from his teeth to his tail. It would take an extinction level to stop this late Cretaceous composer. So he's a composer, and they're saying that nothing can stop this guy. Like, you would need to blow up the planet to be able to get rid of this guy. So he's going to be a tough one to take down. Okay, what else does he say here? What else? And you can see his hand right there. 15 posable joints. He plays for us. What does it say right there? Batteries not included. Okay, well, good. I guess that's good. We join the chorus. So yeah, he plays a chorus, and then you end up joining in. Look at the eyeball that shows up on the screen right now with that guy just right above. Oh my gosh. Okay, so wait, it goes from like a blue eye to a mouth. You can see like for a second there's a mouth. So you got the eye, mouth. Oh, and inside of the mouth is another eye. That's creepy. Okay. And then eye, and then mouth with eye inside of it again. Weird. Which we've seen that, I think, on the original Chapter 4 teaser trailer. So that seems to be back. Yeah, this thing looks like nightmare fuel. That thing looks so scary. You can see the blood dripping from a few of its keys and everything. This thing's going to be so creepy. I cannot wait. And then it plays it plays a few keys here. And it's interesting. So it'll play this chorus, and that'll cause us to join in or something. It causes us to go crazy or something. Super cool design. I love how that looks. Yeah, I can't wait for this. All right, so that's just the first part of the video, okay? This is old news, by the way. The new stuff that we're getting into just released today, like brand new gameplay screenshots. So let's go ahead and get into those. So on screen right now, we've got the first brand new gameplay screenshot, and this one's interesting to say the least. So first of all, we've got this giant tower right here with a bunch of monitors on it, and this seems to be some sort of weird, I don't know what you would call this. Like, this doesn't look like the kind of room that you would go into, like that you would send children into to like have fun or whatever, you know, like play around in there. This looks like a creepy room where you would like work on things and repair stuff. Like, you can see below these like grates right here, there's some sort of giant fan, and it's obviously powering this big contraption right here that goes up into the ceiling. You can see there's like pipes and stuff like that right here and here. So maybe this is somehow connected to that gas that we saw in the other trailer, you know, which we know that there's been obviously catnaps gas and other gases around this place. We've seen this red gas going around. This might be how this actually gets around the building. So this is some sort of like main hub where it's being made and stuff like that, and then produced throughout the building. Now, what's interesting about this room though is this room back here. Take a look at this right here. So you might see this and be like, that's just a random room with some tiles. No, look closely at those tiles. All right, look how close I can zoom in. Look really closely at those tiles. Those appear to be the same tiles from Chapter 3. Remember when we ran into Dog Day, that room that he got eaten in, and we got chased by the smiling critters? Yeah, that might be that same room. It might be connected to it in some way, or have something to do with the smiling critters, which, by the way, we might be seeing a little bit of pretty soon here in an upcoming picture. But yeah, anything else in this room that you guys spot that kind of stand out? I see a hammer right here. I think that's a hammer with like something next to it, and then just some books and stuff like that. So nothing really too crazy in this room that really stands out to me, besides these like giant metal shutters. If you guys notice those, there's one like here and here. Those definitely are intriguing to me. I don't know, they just look like they're keeping something out or something in. So maybe that's, I don't know, that's like holding something back, because look, this has a shutter right here as well. So maybe something was being held in this room, and this is some sort of like fake simulation room like they were doing in chapter 3. And, you know, this is like the way out of that room, you know, imagine. And that kind of looks like a door there, doesn't it? Like a tiny door. And that kind of looks like an eye. Okay, anyways, we're getting distracted. So that's just the first screenshot. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. So here's the next one. Let's zoom in and let's have a look at what we see here. So once again, there seems to be a giant tub of something being made right here. Some sort of toxic liquid. It's green, so I assume toxic. We don't really know. This could be, once again, some kind of gas, though, even though it doesn't really look like it. Like, that looks like a liquid right there, just looking at it closely. But yeah, this is definitely some sort of room where, like, they work on this thing and they're building some sort of giant liquid device right here. Now, looking at this closely, though, if we go back to the first screenshot, this could be, like, look at this giant thing right here, right? And then go to the new one. This could be above that. See how this little bottom piece right here kind of matches with that one? This could be the top part of it. And yeah, this is like where it gets pumped into these pipes and, you know, dispersed all throughout the location. Now, what's weird is, look up here. This top little vent right there, that almost looks like it leads outside. Like, I know it doesn't, right? But usually a vent like that is made to lead outside, to like let the gases out and stuff like that, so that you don't end up like choking on them and dying. So that's interesting to see for sure. But yeah, anything else in here that you guys really spot that stands out to you guys, let me know in the comment section down below. Down here just appears to be some like control panels and stuff like that. I don't really notice anything too crazy. Obviously, these you would use to like monitor the stuff being made in here. But there's two of them where, you know, two different people would sit down here, two employees, before the, you know, the bad day happened where everyone got killed. This is probably, you know, where they would hang out and obviously work on stuff, and then things went bad and they died. But yeah, anything else you guys spot in here, just obviously let me know. There's like a door back there and some other stuff, but I don't really see anything too crazy here. But it's still pretty cool to see nonetheless. It's a cool looking room. And like I said, it could potentially connect to this room. It could be the above part. Now, what's weird though is, well, maybe not though. Because if you look at the vents right here, right? This would have to be, oh, no, that would be, okay, it would be this part right here. Yeah, so this could actually lead into this room, which could be interesting. All right, let's go to the next screenshot, though. So this one right here is where things get interesting, all right? This is that weird mine shaft that we've seen in the trailer and in other parts of gameplay screenshots. But if you look closely, do you see it? All right, I'm not going to spoil it. Comment down below if you see it, though. I'm going to give you 3 seconds, okay? 3, 2, 1. Let's zoom in on it, all right? No changing your comments, okay? Here we go. Ready? Look at this. Look at that right there. See those pixels? Look closely at those pixels right there. Look really closely, okay? That's a smiling critter. That's a smiling critter, which we know they would be returning. We've seen them in the Chapter 3 trailer, the teaser trailer. They're everywhere in that trailer. There's a bunch of dead bodies, and even the one that we did see alive ended up getting eaten by whatever that other monster was. So, yeah, these guys are going to be back in this mine shaft, and things are going to go bad. Look, you can see there's blood right there on the ground. We really didn't get to use the flare gun very much in Chapter 3. It was a very cool mechanic in the game that was just, like, very underutilized. We had to use it in the smiling critter room, but after that, that was basically it. And I think for the boss fight, but I'm excited to see it return here and be, you know, another cool mechanic. But yeah, obviously there's like a train cart that we probably have to push around through here, even though, well, there is a rock blocking this, and then this part's missing. So maybe not. Maybe this is just like a, you know, it's just a place where obviously train carts used to roam around, but now there's none. But it's going to be a cool location for sure. And I think this is going to be full of smiling critters. I don't think this is going to be the only little guy down there, right? I think this place is going to be packed with those little guys, which is going to be crazy to see and a ton of fun. All right, so the last screenshot we have here is this one. Now, be aware, though, this is the last gameplay screenshot, but there's a lot more still to be revealed in the video. I'm going to show you guys some unreleased content and even a brand new look at a new version of Mommy Longlegs, so stay tuned. But anyways, though, this room right here, it looks like a back storage room. I don't really notice anything too crazy in here. Like, obviously, we got the creepy yellow door down there and the poop on the pipes. I don't know what's going on right there. But this just seems to be a storage room. Like, looking closely at these, you can't really tell what that is. But they're like industrial boxes, like crates. Like, usually, I think you would hide, like, you'd put, like, weapons in these, right? I don't know if that's what they're for. Or, you know, some sort of crazy chemical compound, you know? Like, these aren't, like, you put books in them or something like that. You know, you're putting something serious in these crates. So yeah, this is some sort of serious room right here. Now this could be also tied to the gas, like maybe these are filled with like little tubes that are full of gas or something to do with that, and then they, you know, after they make it in the factory, they bring it here and they stack it up for, you know, shipment or whatever, who knows. But yeah, it's just a cool looking room. You can see there's a bunch of scratches on the floor. Now you could say this could be from a monster, or it could just be from, you know, typical factory use and stuff like that. So I don't really see anything else too crazy in here, though. Once again, if I do miss anything and you guys see it, comment it down below and let me know. I'd love to know if I end up missing anything. Because, I mean, look, there's a lot of stuff on the screen, but I think we're looking pretty closely here, and I don't really see anything too crazy. But the weird thing is, if you look at the wall layout, right? Like, look at the pattern on this wall right here. And you go back to the other photos, obviously it doesn't look anything like this one, but even this room right here, if you look at the wall pattern, it's a completely different pattern. So that's a different part of wherever we are. And then you go to this one, it's similar. Like, look, you got blue on the bottom and gray on the top, right? If we go to that one, was that blue on the bottom? And no, see, it's gray then blue, and it's like a different, it's vertical instead of diagonal. So yeah, I would assume this room and this room are connected somehow, but I don't know for sure. But yeah, it looks like these are probably connected rooms, and this would obviously be below this room. So I don't know. That's just strictly guessing, but regardless, that's all the new gameplay screenshots that we currently have. Now let's get into the crazy stuff. All right, so let's start with the super exciting stuff here. So we're gonna start with Mommy Longlegs. As you guys can see on screen right now, we've got a little picture here that was actually posted by Mob Entertainment, the creators of Poppy Playtime, and they said the second day of I think they meant to say on the second day of playtime, my playmate gave to me Mommy Longlegs jump scares. Happy day 2 to the 12 days of Poppy Playtime. What's your favorite Mommy Longlegs memory? So basically every day they've been releasing different little like snapshots from the game with a little bit of backstory into them. And this was a really interesting one to me because first of all, we got this screenshot which says Mommy Longlegs was always fiercely protective of the children that passed through the game station and frequently hostile with staff. Time has driven her to madness, but the truth is, Playtime broke her long ago. Her name was Marie once, but she probably doesn't even remember that anymore. So yeah, at one point, this was a lady named Marie, that creepy looking monster. But now it's that creepy looking monster. And as the days went on, she just kind of went, you know, a little crazy. And obviously she was, it says right here, she was always hostile towards staff, which we know. But, you know, was more kind towards children. And as time went on, she just became angrier and angrier. And, you know, ended up becoming that horrifying monster. Now, this isn't even the most interesting part. They also released this picture right here. And they said this was, well, I should probably read exactly what they said. So they said, did you know Mommy was originally more spider-like in her design? Check out this concept art for a Mommy skin. Now, first of all, this looks insane. All right, so she used to be an actual spider, but that's not even the craziest part. They said for a Mommy skin. Now, in Poppy Playtime, there is no skins for the monsters, obviously. But in Project Playtime, there were skins for all of the different creatures, and we got some for Mommy Longlegs, and none of them were like this. So could we be getting a Project Playtime update? Obviously, that game hasn't been updated in a while, but if it were to get updated, this could be our first look at that new update. This might be one of the monster designs, because it's still possible. I mean, obviously, that's her head, so that'd be Mommy Longlegs' head, and then that'd be her hands and stuff like that. So this could still be done, and it would look insane. Like, this doesn't even look like Mommy Longlegs at all. But it could still be done, and it could be huge for Project Playtime. I think that'd be a great way to revive the game if they do some sort of new map, and then they add in a skin like this just to bring players back and be like, look, beta version of Mommy Longlegs, you can play as her in Project Playtime. But yeah, this is a cool design. Obviously, it's more spider-like. The Mommy Longlegs that we got is still very cool and way more unique than this, but this is still cool. Like, when you hear Mommy Longlegs, I think people would picture this over the one that we ended up getting, but I prefer the one that we ended up getting way more than this. But still, it's awesome. It's really very cool. And also, if you notice, she's got like little like eggs on the top right there. So I wonder how that would have come into play. That could have been horrifying to see them hatch open and like, you know, children come out of them, or some sort of horrifying monster. That little baby monsters come out of these things. Like, they could have went dark with these, and it would have been insane. But also, there's like a cave here, which this cave, I mean, maybe that chapter 4 cave that we were in, it might have related to this thing somehow, which would have been interesting to see. But it's just cool. It's just so cool to see early concept art like this. Okay, now for the last few photos, these are pretty interesting. It has to do with the smiling critters and a little bit of background into them, and I think this is cool. We've seen a few of this whenever we covered some beta content over a year ago, I want to say, but this one right here, it says a collection of experiments made in the image of the less than successful smiling critter toys. Each one was meant to have a unique role in the play care, but of course, not all of them were successful. So yeah, this could be a hint as to what's going on with Chapter 4. If you notice, they're all together right here, besides this one over here. He's kind of off on his own, sitting against the wall, and they're all, you know, a family over here somewhat. I mean, some of them are, I mean, look at Catnap. Catnap's right there. Is that the pig? Yeah, that must be the pig back there. And then, of course, the elephant back there is kind of hanging out. But no, most of them are, like, grouped up. This guy is on his own. But yeah, so it's interesting. It says each one was meant to have a unique role in the play care, but, of course, not all of them were successful. So, yeah, some of them just got left in the dust and kind of left to rot in a way. Like, they got spring-trapped a little bit. Now, that's not the only interesting thing here. If we go to the next screenshot, check this out. So, as you guys know, there was an original, you know, house. There was going to be a house for each of them, basically. And if you go through, this is what they would have looked like. It's concept art for them. And they're really cool. Like, look, obviously, Catnap is this one right here, which we've seen these before. You know, you've got, like, the cat door. It's like a cat perch, I think it's called, with, like, the little cat toy and, you know, a rug and all this cool stuff. And just going through, you know, this one is, I don't know what that's supposed to be, a carrot? I have no idea. But it's cool nonetheless. This one's cool. It looks like I can't think of the name of it. Almost like a bird nest or something like that. I know what I've seen this before, but a castle on this one. I think that's for like the unicorn. But yeah, cool nonetheless. This one is obviously like a bee, honey, I would assume. This one is something tropical, but it's just cool. It's really cool to see these. I would have wished to have seen this in game though, like somewhere in the facility, in the play care maybe, there could have been like a room where each one of these guys would sleep, and this would be like, you know, you would find these in that area, and you'd have to like go to each one to like find something. I think this could have been really cool to see in game. But there's also another look at this, which this is so cool to see, like in like an actual like art form right here. This is cool. Like, this is how like they would have actually looked. I would have obviously preferred the one living by the water right here, but that's just me. Let me know in the comment section down below. All right, which one of these would you have went with? I either would have wanted this one because that's just cool, or one of these down here, you know, down by the water, hanging out, doing my thing, you know. But anyways, though, on to the next one. We have our buddy old pal Catnap. Rivaling the success of even Huggy, Catnap's value to playtime is matched only by his obsession with Experiment 1006, the prototype. Has a natural immunity to the red smoke, making him uniquely fit to dispense it. Yeah, he's one of the few. And also you can see like behind it, there's a little letter back there. You can only see a piece of it, but there's obviously blood on the letter as well. But yeah, just a little bit of, you know, background into Catnap. Such a cool character, man. Such a cool character. All right, let's see what's next though. So, ooh, PJ Pugapillar. Created with heightened senses and a highly flexible body, PJ can maneuver his way through pretty much anything. According to his designs, his entire life was made to be a game of chase. In the end, this made him better at it than most. This guy, he's kind of slept on, dude. I don't know. I mean, we saw him and then he was gone. So, but he's so cool looking. And what's interesting about this is, which is another thing that we've checked out whenever we did like a beta video. Look at this. So this is early concept art for the PJ Pugapillar chase in Chapter 2, which has been a while since I played that, and I think it just came out on console, so maybe, should we do a video, like, returning to Chapter 2 and 3, and maybe do them both in one video? Actually, I guess we should just do Chapter 2. Let me know if you guys would want to see that, because it's been a long time. But yeah, just early concept art for it, and even more here. This is cool. Obviously, there'd be a foam pit here, and you have to jump around on these little blocks to actually get across to the finish line, and it just could have been a cool little chase scene right here. And then this one as well. Obviously, you have the different tunnels, which I think these ended up being in the full release, right? Or am I mistaken? Easy, normal, and hard. I don't really remember too much about them, but it's just cool. And then, of course, like the security camera just like monitoring over you. But yeah, this would have been another really cool thing. I think what they ended up doing with it, though, was awesome. So I'm glad with what we got. But yeah, it's cool. It's always so fun to be able to see like early beta content like this. I wish Security Breach would do stuff like this and FNAF would do more stuff like this, because it's so cool, man. And people love to see it. Like, they really love to see this kind of stuff. So regardless, that's it. That's everything that we know for Chapter 4 right now. Obviously, they're doing this like countdown 12 days of playtime, and right now I want to say they're on day 5, but I could be wrong. So there's still, what, 7 more days to go, and I think it's going to end around Christmas. So we'll have to see. We might end up getting another trailer or something else, which would be pretty exciting. But for now, I'm in this video here. Stay tuned to the channel for more Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. There's going to be a lot of it coming very soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.